Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of I Ruined My Life. I'm just kidding. Basically, I tried to do a little advantage play run, but I ended up losing like close to $100 just trying to do advantage play, which was, it seems crazy, but with doing $25 per bet, like around there, or like it adds up. Yeah, so we started today with $100, and quickly we are down. It doesn't happen yet, but I find some 10 play quarter plays that are actually, if I could have gotten lucky, things would have been great, but they really weren't. $5 play, and we get nothing back here. So it's just bad luck all the way throughout the whole session. Usually I get really lucky pretty fast, but I don't know. I didn't have free play today, so I think that's part of it, because a lot of the free play covers like some of the losses typically, and so I didn't have free play, but that shouldn't really matter if you get dealt good hands, which didn't happen really. This is just like 50-cent shot. This is $1 shot, but I've actually gotten pretty lucky with these before, like more lucky than I would say with higher denominations, getting like royals and stuff like that. So these are all $2.50 plays, but soon I find the quarter plays, and let's see. These are $5 plays, and I'm not using my card just because I'm so skeptical of payback, right? I think like if that casino has certain amount of payback for me, then perhaps they don't give me good payback, if they want me losing, if I just won a lot, which I feel like last month I won a hand pay on that Dragon Train, and my card wasn't in, when I got that, so I don't know if that will draw the payback to my card. Like, that's super skeptical, but like I don't know how all that works, but obviously, like, I always think about things like, if I was running the casino, how would I want things to run? And I would want that control, right, of control and payback to the individual players. But these are non-consequential plays here. $2.50. I mean, $5 plays is really not breaking the bank per se, but I feel like if I play without my card, I'll get dealt kind of like regular payback, whatever that would be, you know, whatever they're set to pay back. Here are the quarter plays that this one ends up good because I got a dealt straight. Even in Deuces Wild, it was okay. So here, I got my coffee, right? I got my $14. I'm up here, $14 or whatever, plus a coffee, so like $20. And then it gets so bad, all so fast with these 1250 plays. I just get dealt absolutely nothing. And so now I went from going up $14 to losing that. Pretty much lost this one, right? So then I pretty much lose this one. So now I am down like 20 plus the $14 profit from all this shabooty. Then I keep taking out 20s to do these plays, right? And I keep getting hammered. And all of a sudden, I'm down like close to $100. I'd say like $80. Trying to do advantage play. Like, what the fuck? Like, that never happens to me. Ever. I usually get pretty darn lucky. But not today. Not today. Well, as far as AP goes, not today. But then I go and try my luck with roulette. And that actually ends up being kind of cool. So if you want to stick around for that. See, these shots would have been 500 if we would have got the 5 aces there. That would have been beautiful. Risking it all for a 2x. Risking it all for a 4x. I like that I'm finding, plays, but it's not, just getting dealt nothing. Those were all from one machine. All those quarter shots, they were from one freaking machine. Someone was going ham on that. But that's what took me down, really. I really can't believe, I couldn't find, a 4 of a kind or nothing, nothing. I'm thinking like I should have probably had my card in. Maybe that would have helped the situation. Oh shit. Almost got a royal there. That would have been 4,000 nickels, which I don't even want to think, maybe $200 somewhere. I don't know. This would have been cool. 4 of a kind, plus a lower kicker, but no. See, all it takes is just getting something dealt, like on one of those, and then this would make my whole time doing this worth it, but it's getting dealt nothing. Yeah, it gave me aces on Deuces Wild. Thanks a lot. Alright, so here I go again. I'm out. Deuces Wild. Trying to make up, like, was it $80 that I said I lost to an advantage play, which is stupid. Like, what? That's so, it bothers me because usually advantage play is so profitable, but not today. It cost me. I know these days would come, like, but I guess I just got used to like turning 20 into 40 like over and over. But whatever. So I give these a shot, you know. Like, was it a week ago? I got dealt like 4 threes on double, and that was, I think it was times 3, so it ended up being like $800. So that could really, it was on double pennies too, so that's how it ended up being $800. See, and here it's like so promising, you know. It's like, sure, we'll give you deuces, sure, but no. I hate to ruin it for you, but I get no deuces. 4 deuces would be 2,000 credits, or 1,000 credit. I'm sorry. So every time I play, I just try to get deuces dealt. But I've been trying for months and months to get like deuces, at least 3 deuces dealt, and it just won't do it. So I've stopped giving Deuces Wild a shot. That's why I mainly play like double. The other day I gave Joker Poker a shot to learn it. This is cool. Fort of the Wild Royal. But no, it would be great. Absolutely great if I can get 4 deuces dealt. Man. And then multiplied. Oh man, let's go. 4 deuces, like I said, is 1,000 credits. So, and we just need that multiplier to go to 10. So that'd be a lot. I don't even want to think about how much that would be. Oh, you see what this machine does to me? You see? Adele Straight's pretty much nothing and Deuces Wild, so we're gonna go for the Royal, the Wild Royal, which is pretty low too. It's 150, but hey, I could have gone for Deuces, but as you can tell, it's just gonna tease us forever. I'm gonna give Deuces a try with Deuces Wild bonus, and we'll give that a shot, because that with the aces, with an ace, Deuces with an ace is 2,000 credits, so that would be even better. Here we go. Put on our big boy panties, and it gives us 4 of a kind. The pantaloons worked. Please, I'm trying to tickle the super times pay. It didn't work. Can you believe I don't get a single 5 of a kind? A single fucking 5 of a kind. That is some BS, bro. Not a deuce, not a jack in sight. This game is rigged. But now we have 34, so the responsible thing would be, we got, a little bit of a money bag. Let's just boogie on out. But we keep going. A pair's not bad to get onto as well. Then we get out of there and we push our luck on roulette here. And so with roulette, what I like to do is bet those outside blacks, like I said. And it's like the 2, the 4, the 6, 24, 15, 33, 35. Just because I feel they're pretty evenly spread out. So we try that a little bit. And it kind of works at first. But obviously my paranoid ass is always thinking, like, the casino's cheating me, right? This machine is cheating me, right? How is this machine cheating me so I can exploit that? Like, find out how, so I can find a way to exploit it. So what I'm gonna do and try to do, so I just doubled that up, see if it'll repeat the 4 there. But what I'm gonna try to do is switch to the inside blacks. Now, if this is my stupid thinking, right? If the machine is trying to avoid hitting the outside black numbers, then maybe it'll push the inside, right? Which are 8, 11, 10, 13, 17, 20, 26, 29, 28, 31. But of course, that's kind of stupid to think that. A rational person would be like, everything kind of just evens out. Math just kind of works its way out. Everything kind of has a shot, right? Anything has a shot to land here. So ultimately, our strategy is to see, it keeps throwing those inside blacks, right? So I'm going to switch soon. But ultimately, our strategy has to remain to rely a little bit on that hedge on the red, right? So that hedge on the red is going to allow us to get a little bit of our bet back every time it doesn't throw any blacks in there. We have a hedge usually on the green when we're betting 2, because this machine allows us to put a bet in between the 2 greens and 2, and I like that because 2 is one of the outside blacks. So now we switched it to the inside, and you see it finally hit. So the inside blacks are hitting. So the goal here is to catch it flippity flopping, for lack of better terms, right? So catch it on the inside, catch it on the outside, catch it on the inside, catch it on the outside, and use the hedge on the red to survive those off shots, right? It's going to throw 7s, it's going to throw 12s, it's going to throw 36, right? Those bets, usually, I have nothing on those. So there's another bet that I like to do. It's the red snake. When I am dealing with trying to bet individually on the reds, and that is basically just like a spread throughout the table that includes 1, 5, 12, 14, 16, 19, 23, and I forget that other corner one there is, and that basically just makes a snake, a red snake, in the middle of the board there. But I rarely make that bet. I'm usually playing the blacks, whether they're going to hit inside or outside. And I don't switch around strategies. I just stick to the strategy just because, like I said, like if the wheel is off tilt, if there is some sort of malfunction in the machine that I can exploit, I will be able to know if the machine is not acting and behaving as usual. If certain numbers are hitting more, or certain color, like I've been playing the same machine for 2 or 3 years, so in some way I feel like I would know, but it's kind of dumb. Like if the machine was like off tilt, or if it was not in equilibrium, Of course, that's stupid, and never rely on that. I always have to think about, like I said, going back to math, and math is perfect. And let's just assume that everything is working perfect. The machine is working perfect. Math is working perfect. Every number has a shot. So ultimately, it's like roulette. It's like going back to just trusting your gut, but checking for that, for me anyways, getting that hedge in, whether it's the green or the red. Now let's say that the machine is broken, that it is off its equilibrium, that it is malfunctioning, right? Sensors would go off, right? As they often do, right? When it breaks down, and then it shuts the machine down, and then an attendant has to come and fix it. But I guess what I am hoping for or tracking is that small amount of time between it triggering the sensor and it being broken, right? So basically, if it was off its equilibrium, what my crazy mind thinks is I would know because of the alternating bets that I do, playing the inside blacks and the outside blacks, and just having a knowledge of how those sessions usually go for me, right? I'm not saying I'll remember everything, but some sort of like warning, I guess, could go off in my brain. Hey, like, a lot of the outside blacks are hitting right now, like over and over and over again. Then I would know there's some sort of like malfunction, right, that has not been detected. And so I would go in there and bet heavy, right? Bet heavy into that malfunction, right? Bet heavy into the outside blacks. Bet heavy into the inside blacks, whatever is hitting. Maybe it's not the blacks, maybe it's reds or whatever, right? But of course, this is just a dumb man talking, right? I have no idea how these machines work or if that even is a viable situation, right? But just going off like what other roulette masters have done in the past is, they've identified faulty wheels, right? Usually they're older wheels, and usually they're in older casinos, right? And so what these roulette masters would do is go and, they would know once the roulette was off its equilibrium, and they would know kind of where it likes to, what numbers it likes to hit, right? So they go in and bet heavy on those numbers. And so that's pretty much AP for roulette, right? That is substantial. I mean, these guys probably got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, right, from casinos. I think in Europe is where they mainly did it, but I'm sure you could do it anywhere. And anyways, my mind around accessing roulette as AP is just that. It's just watching out for those ticks, watching out for those, because you can say, oh, it's easier for an old school roulette to wear down and malfunction, right? Not function as it should. But what I am thinking is an electronic roulette is even more. Since there is more variables, there is even more points of failure, right? Of course, like I said, the sensors trip and it shuts the machine down, but I am willing to bet there is an opportunity at some point between the machine being off its equilibrium and those sensors being triggered, that an AP such as ourselves could go in and, with a little luck, trying to access some of these numbers that are being hit heavy. But that's all a pipe dream. Like I said, this is crazy. This is crazy to think what I'm thinking, and it's not a strategy that I think anyone should employ. But all I am saying is this is how I think about these things. But as foolish as it may be, I just think that there is opportunity everywhere that you look. And you just never know. Like I said, things break down all the time. Electronics are not perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to stop trying to sound like I'm so smart and edgy and cool and a super AP, but I'm going to just enjoy this win. So basically what happened today is I was trying to do AP, I call it work now, AP work, which didn't work, right, with the Ultimate X video poker. And that cost me $60 to $80 from my $100 bankroll, right, that I'm willing to risk. And so I couldn't get lucky there. I couldn't get lucky with 25 play, super times 25 play, like you guys usually see that I at least make half or get whole. Sometimes get lucky and get get rescued by it, but more often than not, it actually it actually scares me because I love that game so much. 25 play, so that didn't work. So now we're over here at roulette, and just betting my numbers that I usually go for. And what I usually go for are the outside blacks. In my other sessions, I've shown you guys how I just play those numbers with a little hedge on the red. But this session I switched it up a little bit. So I tried to employ that thought that if if the machine was trying to throw off from my usual numbers, right, the outside blacks, then maybe it would hit the inside blacks. And what actually ended up happening is that it did. A lot of the wins that I got today were from the inside blacks, and it was surprising. It surprised me how often I was able to alternate the bet and hit it, which ultimately led to pretty good little run here at the end. So here's that hedge working. So I got $3 on the red. Outside blacks didn't hit. We got our money back. I'm going to repeat the bet, but we're going to take away the hedge. And so then we're just counting on blacks to hit. I put a hedge on the other blacks, so I put it in the middle of the one with the most, right? With the most black. So basically, most black numbers are covered right now. We got red, 36, I think. Oh no, 18. So that's not part of the red snake or part of any of my strategies. It's just an off number. So I hope you don't misunderstand what I was saying earlier about the machine trying to use this roulette machine as AP. Like, I'm not trying to cheat the casino. What I'm just saying is being aware that although most of the time these machines work perfect, there are opportunities, I think, when they wear down, when they break down, when they're, if you know how they behave, right? Which, who's gonna say, I know how these machines behave, I know what's gonna hit? That's foolishness. But that's, I guess, what I'm trying to build in my mind is a record of how it works, how it, when it works perfectly, when it doesn't, right? I'm not saying I found times when it's broken and it's hitting all the outside blacks over and over, but I've had some pretty good runs, right? And I don't bet a lot, I'm saying I've gone up from, $20 to $100 or $150 or whatever. Just betting my numbers usually, Red 7, that is just an off number for me. It's just not even part of the red snake. So that hedge really worked, gave us most of our bet back. So then we remove it now, and we hope to hit one of these black numbers Preferably the 2. Which I actually think that is what I hit right now. Or this one or the next one. I can't remember. But let's see. Yep, that 2 hit. So see, that one kind of doubled up on, and it worked out. $24, nice. So this is where we kind of get it back little by little. I'd probably be happy with $50, but I decide to push it. I mean, I did have 48 at one point and then lost that all, then had the 48 again. So I was at 50, around 50 a few times, but I just decided to push it. Let's see what happens. Hit red, 14. That's my favorite number to bet. No gang stuff. It's just, I think 14 is the number I love. So red 14 is a bet that I like to make. And it is part of the red snake. Then we take a minimum bet on the outside blacks with a little hedge on the red, hoping to land a 2, 4, 6, 15, 33, 35, 22, giving us $18. And we hit a 24. Here we are. We went from 0 to 70, basically. 67. Now we're going to push the inside numbers. We'll see what happens. And like I said, this strategy of switching, trying to catch the casino cheating me, it's stupid. Nobody should employ it, but in a way it kind of works out today. So that's cool. So we alternated from the inside to the outside since no blacks hit, and see what happens. We hit a black, but it is ours. It is 33, and we look like geniuses right now. This is awesome. $77 won, because we started off with like 30 or 40, but we lost it all, so we went from 0 to 77. Let's go. Alright, so we're inside blacks and then heavy hedge on the red. I guess I'm thinking that red's gonna come. and what happens. Red does come, and we saved ourselves a little bit there. I guess $6 back. Grand total of $75. Here's one. And we're just going to push the last 5 there. And we're going to do a regular old bet on the outside blacks. If it happens, it's another $18. We could try to work our way up to 100, but if it doesn't, I think that's a good comeback. We've gone from losing to winning a little. Well, no, we kind of broke even, let's just say, but we got it back, so that was good. AP didn't work, so we had to employ other measures. Alrighty then, well, that's how you pay your phone bill, people. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't think I don't appreciate those few subscribes I got in the last few days. That's awesome. We're up to 138. Let's keep it pushing. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers.